Hey, Mrparka here to review a screener sent to me by Blindsight Productions. It is Happy Hour Holocaust. Never trust anyone on Halloween. This is just a screener. It's not color corrected. It doesn't have end credits or anything like that. But this is by a director named Jim Roberts, who did Welcome to Deer Creek and Tonight You Die. Both low budget, splattertacular little horror movies. Welcome to Deer Creek's a zombie flick, and Tonight You Die is like a mad slasher movie. Both I really enjoyed. Both were pretty unique. Happy Hour Holocaust is an anthology. The wraparound is basically three guys on their way to a party. They stop at the saloon, and this creepy bartender tells them these three stories. I wish there was more of a Halloween element in the other stories, but the Halloween element really is only in the wraparound, and I wish it was a little stronger. I love Halloween films that take place on Halloween. I just wish that all the other films, the shorts, took place on Halloween as well. Our first story follows a guy who's down on his luck, and he gets offered, this is kind of strange because there's a similar story in Creepy Crawling, an anthology I just watched. Gets offered a job to take care of this disabled man who needs to take his medication while his sister goes out of town. Of course, he forgets to give him his medication, throws a party. At first, he's a very likable character, and then after he throws the party and stuff like that, you think, well, screw this guy. Of course, he forgets to give the guy his medication, and you guys know what happens when you forget to give a guy his medication in a horror movie. So you guys can use your imagination, but this guy ends up going berserk. The special effects in this one aren't as good, or I shouldn't say that. It's not as bloody as the other movies, is what I should say, because usually the films, there's the nasty blood scene at the end, gory scene in this short, but Tonight You Die and Welcome to Deer Creek, I think there was a lot of splatter. There was tons and tons of blood. But this one is kind of your run-of-the-mill story. You know, you've seen this kind of idea before. The next story follows, all three of the stories star Jim Roberts, and a lot of regulars who you'll see pop up in his other films. The second story follows Jim Roberts again, and this time he is in a new relationship with a girl, but of course it's not all that meets the eye. The opening suggests some abused and a violent past, and of course, whose violent past do you think it is? This girl becomes obsessed, and things start to happen. I don't want to give too much away, but the ending is very gratuitous, almost really gratuitous for the story. Goes over the top of what else had happened throughout, and it's actually pretty disgusting, to be honest. Don't want to give too much away, like I said, but you guys can, again, use your imagination. These aren't breaking the mold or anything like that. These aren't exactly brand spanking new ideas, but they've always worked, and they probably will always work, especially in an anthology, you know, if you guys know what I mean. And the third story essentially follows two maniacs on the loose running on a kill-crazy rampage. I think the short in Burning Moon, the first in that, with a psychopath running around. And basically they are hammering it up, going nuts and screaming and laughing and yelling at the top of their lungs. In fact, one constantly has their tongue sticking out of their mouth, so it's silly. A lot of the acting in the film is shaky, but sometimes it's over the top on purpose and things like that. Essentially, we get the most gore in this one. Lots of pig intestines and guts in this one, which are fairly nasty. Which one's my favorite short out of the three? I'd have to go with the second or the third one, I think. Probably the third one. I think the third one's the most fun. Like I said, this isn't color corrected or anything like that, and there's no end credits. But I like what Jim Roberts is doing for the most part. I think he's really always has the blood, always never afraid to get messy, and I enjoy that out of his films. I wish that Tonight You Die and Welcome to Deer Creek would get a broader release. I think they deserve it. I think a lot of people will appreciate those films as well, and I don't know who's holding the rights or what's going on with them. But if you want or interested in any of these three films, I would contact Jim Roberts. Maybe I'll have a link below for anybody who's interested. But yeah, this is Happy Hour Holocaust. I look forward to picking up on DVD when it's all finished up and looking spectacular, I guess I'll say. But I'm Mrparka. If this sounds like it's up your alley, check it out. Have a good one.